All right, Taurus, your turn. Let's see what's going on for you for the month of October. Let's see what wants to come through. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus, Taurus. Whatever resonates, just take that. Leave what doesn't, okay? So what is happening for my Taurus friends? Oh, look at you. Good fortune. Love that. Good fortune, babies. Relief. Look at this. Spiritual cleansing and death. Okay. I feel like you're preparing for some kind of ending here. Like you know it's coming. You know it's coming. And this is not something that you necessarily want to happen, but I feel like when it does happen, some of you are going to be in the pink. So this can be a long struggle, a family member with a long struggle of illness. This can be a long-term marriage, a marriage that has outlived its lifespan. And you just see it coming, like you know it's coming. And so some of you might be going through some kind of death ritual already. Like you're planning on a new path, you're planning on a new life. We've got Uranus in your sign of Taurus. It's retrograding at 26 degrees right now. Next year, it's going to pop into Gemini, and that's a big deal. It moves pretty slowly, so the retrograde is just basically standing still. But it is squaring Pluto. And so I want to say this a little bit here. Pluto is the energy of long-term, slow change. It takes 247 years for Pluto to go all the way around the 12 signs. Uranus moves faster than that. Okay, I think it's 87 years. But the energy of Uranus is sudden change, and Pluto is like that slow, grinding change over time. So when those two are trining each other, did I say squaring? I meant trining. That means they're working together. You know, we also have a grand water trine right now, and earth signs and water signs are harmonious. So we've got, but we've got Cancer. We've got Mars in Cancer. Mars doesn't like being in Cancer. And we've got Venus in Scorpio. Venus doesn't like being in Scorpio. And we've got Saturn and Neptune, or Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. Neptune's going to be moving. Oh, yeah, Neptune and Pisces at the very end degrees too. So there's a lot here. What that means essentially is it's almost like I'm getting the energy of like grudging respect, or it's something that I don't want to happen, but I want to happen. Okay, that can be the feeling right now. So let's see what comes through. Knight of Swords. Oh, wow. 10 of Cups. High Priestess. Sun. And the 9 of Cups. You're definitely going... Oh, there's the Death card again. You're definitely going in a great direction. 5 of Swords. I feel like behind the scenes... This is why I said, oh, wow. Behind the scenes, something is ugly. But it looks like this to everybody else. 10 of Cups. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of rage, a lot of anger. This person is very manipulative. Okay, I feel like you see the light at the end of the tunnel here. Okay, and I almost feel like this could be you making plans, like behind this person's back to move on. Okay, to move on. Here you are, Empress, no doubt about that. Empress, that's Venus, your ruling planet. Knight of Wands. Magician. There's the Strength card. Beautiful, beautiful. And oh, look at this, 4 of Cups. What's going on here? 4 of Swords. Oh, wow. 5 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. And the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so for some of you, this person's dragging you down financially, spiritually, emotionally, holding you back. draining your resources, draining the resources in some way. I feel like this person is very immature. I feel like they may have a lot of resources, but they are emotionally very immature. This person, you may think, okay, so this is like I feel like you feel that this person is getting ready to move on, but you've already planned to move on. There's like a getting to it first kind of a thing. Who's going to be the first one? All right, so let's just broaden this out a little bit, because I feel like you are at the stage right now where you're starting to really step into your power. And so this doesn't have to be a person in your life. This can be situations that you've created in your life that aren't supportive of you at all anymore. Okay? This might be a career that at one point was good that no longer serves you for whatever reason. Okay? This might be family members that expect too much of you. This might be a husband or a wife who is not doing their fair share, and they got one foot out the door, and you know it. So you're 2 steps ahead of them. Okay. Taurus, I feel like you're in a good place here. I see a lot of this is not complacency. This is like, I'm quiet. I'm doing my thing. I'm making my own plans. Nobody needs to know what I'm thinking about. I'm being very sort of to myself, and I'm not going to be sharing these plans with anybody. I feel like you have lots of opportunities and you've really grown in many ways, but what's right around you right now might feel not good enough for you anymore. Not good enough for you, or you've finally discovered your worth and value. And this person could be a boss, could be a spouse. This person has devalued you in some way or made you feel less than. No. That is not who you are. So Taurus, I get the feeling that for a while here, there might have been another person in your life, this 4 of Cups. There might have been some other situation in your life that you were kind of flirting with. Like, I don't feel that it was harmful in any way. I almost feel like it gave you your mojo back. Like a situation that can deteriorate you over time. It's like the frog in boiling water. Like, you don't know how bad it is until something good comes along and you're like, wow, I have really been either holding myself back or not shining my light or anything like that. Some of you could be having a really beautiful spiritual awakening where you're kind of sitting and, just doing your day. And this is like an angel appearing and saying, hey, there's something more for you. There's definitely something more for you, Taurus. And that is the truth. Ace of Swords down here. And that just buoys your spirits quite a lot. What is this Ace of Swords? Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that. 3 of Pentacles. Ooh, look at you. Queen of Pentacles. Again, 2 of Swords, King of Wands. This feels to me like a divine feminine. I'm talking to a divine feminine Taurus who is building your path to the future. Really getting and keeping it to yourself. I don't know how many people even know you're doing this, but this could be spiritually. This could be emotionally. I feel like it's physically. I feel like it has to do with money. I feel like there's something going on that has drained the resources. Maybe it was a health issue. Maybe it was somebody quitting a job and like we're draining our savings or something like that. But energetically, it has really drained you, because I feel like this person continued to be not so good behind the scenes. Everybody else needs to see this 10 of Cups, but behind the scenes, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, no bueno. I feel like you're really aligning yourself. Your masculine is being empowered by this King of Wands. That could be a person in the future, or it could just be you really balancing yourself. The feminine and the masculine, really internally balancing yourself So talk to me about the Magician. This is about manifesting something new. King of Cups, Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles. You're manifesting somebody new, something new. Okay, somebody new, something new. The person you're with, I think, doesn't have a clue. I don't think they have a clue about this. You're being very close to the vest. Good for you. This boss, this husband, this wife, this best friend, whoever it is, because Five of Pentacles, they have drained you. And it's like, I just get the feeling of like, no more. There's just this energy of, nope, you're not going to drain me. There you are, Hierophant, Queen of Cups, the Lover's card, and the Two of Wands. Very close to the vest here. Really not speaking, not saying anything about your plans, not saying anything. You're waiting for something here, though. I feel like you're waiting for something. What are you waiting for? Yeah, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Four of Cups. Over the next 4 months, I'm going to talk about Mars in a second here. In time for Lion. Okay, in time for Lionsgate. Right, this is long-term. This is a long-term play. Okay, so by the end of this month, there's going to be a shift in this dynamic. This feels stable, but it feels like both of you are like, you know what you're doing, and this other person doesn't know what you're doing at all. Okay, it's to your benefit that they don't know. I feel like you're, either you're amassing money or you're making a plan or something like that. In terms of, this will be finished by Lionsgate. So 8 months from like next year. So let's talk about Mars for a second here, because Mars is our ability to take action on things. And I don't know where you have Mars in your planet, in your birth chart, or Aries in your birth chart, but it's an animating force. We all need some fire to get us moving. And I feel like money is the animating force for you, is that money, like it might have been about safety at one point, but now you see that standing still is no longer a safe thing to do. So money might be the thing that spurs you on to change. Mars is in Cancer right now, and we have a grand water trine of Mars in Cancer, Venus in Scorpio, and Saturn in Pisces. We have this grand water trine, and trines are energies that work well together, but you have to activate them. You can't just expect them to give you opportunities. You have to grab the opportunities. You have to snag it, right? Like you have to do that. And Cancer and Mars in Cancer, it's like a 16-year-old boy that was cranky, and you go to hug him and he's like, no, right? Like that can be who you're dealing with here. Venus, your ruling planet, is in Scorpio, and this is about going deep. This is the scorpionic energy here of transformation and change. This is about going deep. Okay? Much deeper than you might want to go, because I feel like you don't want to look at too closely at what's been happening, especially if it's been upsetting. You don't want to, I also feel like there's some kind of spiritual cleansing that you're doing around some kind of guilt or shame that you are moving on from this, especially if there's money involved and all of this kind of stuff. Like, you might feel like you need a lot of healing to get out of this, to be empowered to do it. So I'm telling you this because Mars is going into retrograde, which means that's why we're talking about Lionsgate next year. I'm not saying that it's going to take you that long to do this, but the longer this has been going on, kind of the longer it's going to take you to unwind from it. Mars is starting its setup phase for the retrograde October 5th, which is right now, until December 6th. So 2 months of, it's still moving forward, but it's kind of going slow. So there's 2 months here. And when it gets into Leo, That feels pretty good to me. Mars likes Leo energy. So somewhere around November, there's going to be an opportunity for you to go towards something. And this is Leo energy. Joyful and fun. Lionsgate is Leo energy. So there's going to be something joyful and fun. Could have started in Lionsgate last year. But when Mars gets into Leo, it only gets like 6 degrees in before it's going to start its retrograde, and it's going to go back to 17 degrees of Cancer, which is where it is right now. And so we're going over that same terrain, but backwards. So anything you plan right now, when you get into Leo, because Mars is moving so slowly, it's not moving at its regular rate. You can feel like it's taking you longer to do it, to do whatever you need to do to move your life forward. But then it's rolling backwards, and then it's like, oh, I'm going over the same lessons, and then it's going to go forward again in February until April or May of next year. And by then, Mars is going to go fully forward in Leo and onward, okay, for the next 2 years. So there's something here that's being missed. And I don't mean you're missing, I'm missing you. There's some kind of feeling piece that's being missed. And I don't know this, because this feels like money. This feels like logistics. And so I almost feel like you might go through some kind of grieving process about this situation before you actually leave and before you actually move on. And that can be very helpful because, sometimes when people leave bad situations or difficult situations, they're thinking about the money, they're thinking about the logistics of it. Where will they live? Where will I live? La, 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 la. But we're not really thinking about the emotional fallout of it. And that's when I was looking at this down here, this 5 of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot emotionally that needs to be worked through. And that may be, let me just use this deck. That may be something that you weren't prepared for. Okay, that there's feelings that are coming up. There's rage, there's sadness, there's loss. Peace. Wanting peace. TikTok. Oh, I see. Okay. Blessed. Definitely going in a good direction here. Happy. Definitely going in a good direction. But there's something here in this connection that was about peace at any cost. And the cost is going to be that there's going to be upheavals of feelings that have to be dealt with before you can move on from this situation. So even in a work situation or even in a friendship situation, you're going in a new direction. There's no question about that. But there's still a lot of deeply, what's the word? Like, not even, you haven't even plumbed the depths of what this person is teaching you or what you're teaching this person or the feelings that you have between the two of you. I feel like it's just kind of become very stuck and stagnant. And so you just think that that's okay, it's over. But it's really not. There's a lot to unearth here. There's a lot beneath this surface. Okay, so let's get into that. I'll talk more about that in the extended. I'll look at what you don't see coming. Let's see where we go. And there you go. All right, so link is below if you want to continue on, Taurus. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.